Hello everyone, welcome to Rod's Repairs. Today I got a good one for you. I'm gonna show you how to clean the main jet on this snowblower. It's a Tecumseh motor, 13 horse. Basically, what it's doing is it's kind of pulsating a little bit. At idle, it seems to be okay, but when you give it full throttle, she'll pop and sputter a little bit, and that kind of tells me that the main jet is getting dirty. They always pop and sputter a little bit, you know, because I think the jet is a little bit small. It needs to be a titch bigger for the main. It needs more gas. So I'm going to fire this thing up. I'm going to show you what it's doing, and we'll see if yours does the same thing. I've already actually cleaned the jet on this, and it still does it a little bit, but it's a whole lot better than it was. So I'm going to show you how to clean your jet. It's real simple, and it might help your problem, it might not, but I'm pretty sure it will. So yeah, let's fire this thing up. I always seem to have to give it a little bit of choke, or a little ball there. Okay, I'm not going to be able to talk much, but you can listen to the motor. A little bit, one notch on choke, and that's when this motor runs the best. Sorry, you can't hear me. So I got it on one notch on the choke, and that's when the motor runs the best. That means that the main jet needs to be a titch bigger. I cleaned it, it runs better, but I still like it on the one notch on the choke. So I'll show you what it runs like when there's no choke. Kind of cold out today. So leaving it alone, high idle. Runs good. She's running good on one notch on the choke. Now I'm going to take the notch off and listen to it. Okay, before I cleaned the main jet, it was worse, and it was bothering me. So I cleaned it, but now I'm going to put it back on one notch on the choke. Watch, it's going to run way better. Okay, let's pull this in. I'm going to show you how to clean that main jet, make it work a little bit better, but I do believe that main jet needs to be one size bigger. Give it a little bit more fuel. Maybe they want them like that. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to pulsate like that. I don't know, but I don't like it. So yeah, let's pull that in quick, and we'll get it on. So if you got a Tecumseh, it's going to be pretty similar to what this is. I'm just going to set you up quick. I'm going to give you the ins and the outs. It's all simple stuff. Before you can take the deal off right down here, but I'm going to make it simple for you. It's kind of a little difficult there, but we're going to take this cover off. But in order to do that, you got to pull this. You got to take this off. This is simple. You get yourself a tool like this, or just try to yank it off with your hand. It just comes off. It just sits in a little dealy bob, nothing big. Okay, this is held on only by a couple screws. Not sure which one it is at the moment. So we take a couple screws off and this cover will come right off. So 1/4 inch. I like the ratchet, the speedy. I like to be speedy. This is held on by one here. Then there's one hiding up in here. I'd leave that out. It's a pain in the butt to put back in. So whatever makes it quicker. And then I got 2 on the side right here. Don't lose the screws, they're real small. I'm putting them on the bench there. This cover just pulls off. You got to watch this little guy because of that notch. Got a little wiring right here, nothing big. Whoop, just take it right off. So when I had the carb off, I cleaned it, still had the same problem. Decided I wanted to put an inline filter in. Okay, I'd recommend it. Go to your hardware store, get a filter. All I had to do is get a couple of these clamps, best clamps on the planet. You can see how they're screwed in. And then I had to get a little piece of hose. So this is the original hose, put the filter on. I didn't trim it or anything. And then went from the filter to the carburetor, easy. Now the main jet is this little guy right here. Now it holds a bowl on and you got gas in here. So you're gonna wanna shut your gas off somehow. Put a vice grip here if you don't have a gas shut off, and push this little button and the gas will come out of the bowl. But put a cup under there to hold, you know, to catch the gas. And then we're going to take a 13 and we're going to take this main jet out. And it holds a bowl on, but the bowl won't come off if you don't yank it off, you know. So just hold the bowl, take the brass nut off. So we're gonna shut off the gas, which I have the gas shut off on this one. We're gonna catch the gas. Just get yourself a little cup. Hit the spring there. Can you guys see what's going on? A little springy on the bottom of the carb there. You can hear the gas going in. You're not gonna get it all. Get yourself some rubber gloves too. So you got yourself 13, which I had in my pocket. Like I say, it holds the bottom of the bowl on, but it won't come off of there unless you pull it off. So just leave it on. Okay, this is the jet. I'm gonna take my gloves off so you can see it. So yeah, recommend the rubber gloves so you don't get gas all over your hand. Recommend maybe a towel or 2. So this is the main jet. It says 181 on the bottom. I'm gonna call a dealer tomorrow and see if I can get like a 182 or 183. Probably 182, just one notch up. But what you want to check on these things, let's see. There's a gasket there, so I'm gonna take that gasket off so it's out of the way. Little gasket, don't lose the gasket. So if you look on the jet, there's like there's a hole. There's a hole right there, big one. So you want to run pipe, you want to run some, like a pipe cleaner through it. This one never gets plugged. See that? That one never gets plugged. But there's one hiding. It's right here. Just a little teeny weeny guy. Right there. That one usually gets plugged and it's going to really make it run shitty. So you're going to want to get probably the thinnest one you got. You're gonna have to go get some of these cleaners, torch cleaners, I believe they are, and you're gonna want to get it in there and just make sure there's no dirt in it, just like that. Now you're probably wondering, why don't you just ream these holes out? Well, if you do that, chances are you're going to get more gas than you need, and it's going to run really rich and shitty. So don't do that. Just clean it, make sure it's clean, and put it back in. I'll guarantee you, if it's dirty, it'll run way better. I still like it on one notch on the choke because I don't want it to run lean. But this little guy here on mine was dirty. I could tell it barely went in. So I know it was dirty. I know it runs better now. But like I say, if it's pulsating like it was, this is a simple trick. Just try it. And if it runs better, great. You know, that's what you're looking for. You don't want to run these things lean because you'll melt them down. So now I'm going to install it. Piece of cake. I'm going to hold on to the bowl. Get up under there, make sure my gasket's on. Don't have my gloves on, which I wish I did, because a little bit of gas came out. So get it off your hands if you can. Put my gloves back on, a little too late now, but never too late to put on gloves. Plus, it's a little chilly out here today. So yeah, make sure we tighten it up. You just snug it. Don't get crazy on it. Like I say, hold on to this bowl. But if it does come off, it's not a big deal. Get it back on there. There's like a rubber O-ring that the bowl fits into. So you put the O-ring back in this bowl and then stick it up. Not a big deal. If the O-ring didn't come with. Actually, you know what? You leave the O-ring right where it sits and you put the bowl right up in there. No big deal if it decides to come off. But it won't if you hold on to it. Take the nut out. It'll just stay there. It won't just fall because it only weighs like a micro pound. I'd recommend putting in a filter. They don't come with filters. I don't know why. My carburetor, I took it off twice. It's cleaner than a whistle in there. So the only thing that really gets dirty, I think, is that main jet. So let's go ahead and throw this thing back together and shut this video down. So the cover goes back on pretty base. You got to get around this choke deal. Get it where it needs to be. Yeah, I don't need my gloves on now, I guess. And put your little screws back in. But yeah, get yourself some, oh man, I dropped a screw down there. I see it. Get yourself some gloves. Get yourself some pipe cleaners. Get your filter if you can, and a hose and 3 clamps, and you'll be in. Yeah, I'm gonna find that screw here in a second. I'm gonna shut the video down, but put your choke back on. Put your on-off kill switch dealy bob back in and ready to go. Now let's hope yours runs better. So if you're looking, to get it to run a little bit better, do this, and let's hope it works for you. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Please like, subscribe to the channel. Totally appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. And if you're snow blowing, I hope your snowblower runs perfect. All right, talk to you on the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.